created a couple videos online now. We haven't really told anyone who we are, and
Maybe you want to know.
maybe you want to know.
Maybe
no
you know.
one, actually,
That's
no
cool.
one's asked.
True.
So
I don't know what
it's
that
not
says.
like it's not like we're anybody's just jonesing to get to know us. But we thought the best way to get to know one another is to just ask some general questions. Maybe that'll help people relate better to us, get to know us a little better, things like that.
A general, who are you?
David, 40 years old, been married 10 years now. This will be our 10-year anniversary. So we have one daughter in the back, Keegan, originally from Arkansas, small town called Sheridan, a little slice of heaven just south of Little Rock. Population of like 6,000 or 7,000 people.
Wow, you know the population.
Well, when it's that small.
Well, was that the population when you were growing up there?
Yes.
It was?
It may be the population now.
So it hasn't changed?
I don't think so. It's a pretty small town.
Okay.
Small town America. So went to college in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Arkansas State University. Okay.
So we both grew up camping.
Yes, we did.
So what are some memories that you have from that time growing up camping?
Growing up camping?
Yes.
I grew up camping more of the traditional camping, tent camping, very much, like you drive somewhere for the weekend, throw the tent up, and you would, camp all weekend. Typically we'd go camping around any place with a river. So as a kid in the summertime, it was always, you wanted to go somewhere where you could go swimming, things like that. Some of the fondest memories I have of camping growing up is just the adventures type camps. It was fun whenever I went in college. Probably did it more in college than any time before then. But long bike or hikes with friends in college, where it was, you throw a 55-gallon bag on your back and camp in or hike in, and you do 15 miles in and camp, and then 15 miles out or something like that.
Describe our first meeting, and what was your first impression?
Describe our first meeting?
Yeah, the first time we met each other.
The year that I graduated college in the spring, that fall you were entering into college. I just remember you coming in. There was a lot of, activities for incoming freshmen, incoming students, and so our church was doing one of these incoming student celebration things. And I remember I was just helping out because I was obviously transitioning out of college. I remember vaguely meeting you. I say vaguely because it was like, hi, I'm David, hi, I'm Robin. And it was pretty much, that was it. And I don't think we talked the rest of the night.
I agree, we did not.
I guess my first impression was, you're coming in as a freshman. I'm already out of school. So I didn't have any romantic thoughts towards, oh gosh, I would love to.
I'm still like a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally 18 years old. I am, at that point, 21, 22 years old. So for me, I wasn't thinking any romantic thoughts towards, oh well, I want to date this girl.
Who are some influential people in your life?
Who are some influential people in my life? In the different seasons of my life, whether it's, again, before college, during college, kind of my 20s, and then in my 30s, I probably had a couple different influencers. Everything before college, I would say the most influential person in my life probably would have been a guy named Gary. So Gary was a guy that I worked for. He owned a lawn company, and he kind of just stood in as, like a father figure at times. He was probably the one person that consistently encouraged me and consistently pushed me to go to college. Then when I got to my 20s in college, I would say one guy that I haven't talked to in a long time, but definitely as influential, is a guy named Bill. Bill was the dad of a really good friend of mine who was in our wedding, and he kind of stood in again as another father figure for a lot of us guys. And he took us on camping trips and really just kind of reignited my love and desire for being in the outdoors. But then also too, he really just built this camaraderie amongst, a group of 18, 19, 20-year olds. Someone that I just leaned on a lot and just had a lot of respect for. Another guy in that older mentorship group would be a guy named Mark. Mark was a guy that I mean, after church every Sunday, we would go to their house and have lunch. And so, just someone as a family that showed like how to be gracious and just generous and just opened up their home to a bunch of college kids. When I get in my 30s, more professional mentorship. The person who stands out the most is a guy named Andrew. Andrew was, again, just someone professionally who saw a potential in me that I didn't see and really just allowed me to be a leader. And he gave me all the support that I needed. He gave me all the encouragement that I needed. He allowed me to be successful. He allowed me to fail. All the things that you're looking for in a professional leader, mentor, he really provided.
Describe your ideal campsite.
Ideal campsite?
Yeah. What would it consist of?
I mean, it's always nice to have full hookups. So, whenever you have water, electric, sewer, that's nice. But an ideal campsite with full hookups is pretty rare. So I would say an ideal campsite for me is really about the scenery and where we are. Weather plays a little bit of factor into that. So I like it when it's cooler, preferably level. Just because this thing is kind of difficult to get level sometimes. I'm not a huge boondocker. I think if we had a site that was fairly level, that had great views, that would be ideal.
And what would that be?
I'm a mountains person. Yeah, I prefer mountains. I prefer, again, a little bit colder, so if they were snow-capped, even better in my mind. But I'm definitely not, let's go to the beach. I'm not a beach person.
What is your favorite camping journey that we've been on so far? So a journey consists of several different places all in a row, whether that's a whole week, 2 weeks, a month, where we've just been traveling.
Big Bend was pretty cool, I thought. Mainly because, Yellowstone was a cool trip. The Grand Canyon was a cool trip. Smoky Mountains is cool. I mean, these are all cool trips. I think what was different from Big Bend was there was just a ruggedness to the landscape that I hadn't seen. I'd been to Yellowstone before. You kind of know what you're going to get with kind of that area of the country, which is beautiful. But once you've seen it, you know what to expect. With Big Bend, I'd not seen it, and I didn't know what to expect.
And it's so diverse.
Very diverse, but also, too, the time of year we went, so it was a lot cooler, so it was a lot more pleasant. So, again, I'm drawn to cooler weather. Would I want to do it again? I don't know, just because now, again, you have to, for that trip specifically, especially if you live in Texas, you kind of have to go at a certain time of year. And so for us to make that trip again would mean we would basically be doing almost the exact same thing we've already done.
Right.
And I'm not a big fan of that type of routine.
Yes.
So I like some diversity in our plans.
Where is your favorite specific place that we've been to so far?
Favorite place we've been to so far?
Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since we've been there, but we went to Zion.
Oh, yeah. Zion.
I don't know why Zion National was something that it was. I think it was the moment that you come through, and if you ever come through Zion, I can't remember which entrance it was, but the entrance we came through was the one where you basically go through the tunnel, and they've got all the cutouts on the side, and you can kind of see.
It's like a tease.
You can kind of see the park, and you know what's coming up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh gosh, here it comes. And then all of a sudden you come out of the tunnel, and it just hits you right in the face, and you're in the middle of what feels like this massive canyon, massive valley, surrounded by these huge rocks, and there's just a wow factor to it. When we went, gosh, it was well before we started videoing anything.
It was
So
2015, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Angels Landing was awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do the Narrows. There was just a feeling of being small. You know, you could be in a place, and for a few moments, a few days, you just felt like there was so much more out there, and that place just reinforced that you're very small in the grand scheme of life.
Where is a place or a trip that you want to do, a future trip that we haven't done yet?
Future trip. So I want to go to Arches.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we drove through Moab, we saw the entrance to Arches,
Yes.
and
From the window, it was amazing.
we were blown away just by driving the literally
Yeah,
30
just on the road.
seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds of driving through there, I thought, this is the place I want to go.
Yes.
So I'm excited about going back to Moab, going back to Arches, and actually being there, you know, spending time there.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start camping or has just started camping? What do you wish you would have known?
Good gas mileage is a myth, is what I would tell them. Start small. I would encourage someone to rent one for the weekend.
Yeah, try it out.
I would encourage you to try to, you know, see if you like it. Get whatever you can tow. So, you know, if you've got a big 3/4 ton truck, you know, your limits are a little bit more open. But if you've got a small SUV, you know, work within the limits that you have. But I would encourage anyone to like just try it out first. You know, there's a lot of other things, but I think that would be the best advice I could give you is just try it out before you jump off and make a big purchase. But for somebody who has jumped off, made the purchase, I would tell them stick with it. There's a learning curve for everything. And I know from even my own personal history, you know, there have been moments where it's white knuckle driving and you are scared and you're anxious and you know the wind is blowing or that 18-wheeler is too close or you miss that turn and now all of a sudden Google's taking you 20 miles out of the way
And there's like a low clearance bridge.
yeah, I mean, we've all been there. Enjoy the moments. So I think all too often, especially for me, I get wrapped up in getting everything packed up, getting on the road, getting there ASAP. You know, I'm the type of person who just wants to drive, and I'm not a big fan. And I know I come off as not liking road trips, but the reality is that mentally and emotionally, I'm so like ready to be there that I don't appreciate the road trip. I don't appreciate the miles. I don't appreciate the things that you'll stop and do and see. And so, if you've just started out, you know, take the time to appreciate those things and just give it time, because you know everything gets better with time. So that would be my 2 pieces of advice. So is this the moment where we tell people to subscribe, like us, hit the like button if you like it, leave a comment, come to our channel, hit that bell. That way you'll get alerted when all of our latest content gets released. Our daughter's never hit a bell before. She hasn't. It's just that one.
Yes.
Okay.